We jump into game number 1 here of your Yakult brothers versus CHIMERA esports. Take a look at some of these facets. You're gonna see the afterburner for the gyrocopter, which I like quite a bit. That's normally you see it against like melee offlaners, but it's a nature's prophet. So how do you feel about that as opposed to say your secondary strikes?
Sorry, I'm just processing your question because I was thinking about something completely different.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You can come back to it.
I am kind of open to it because if you get onto nature's, like you could do a lot of damage. He has no form of escape, but having the summon to absorb some of that, does kind of put that question mark on it. Maybe another potential use of it is that you see a lot of heroes that are going to get to you, like the Spirit Breaker, the Storm, you know, maybe a Blink from Dragonite, Nature's TPing in. So maybe once they go on you, you want to be able to get out of there with the afterburner. Yeah, I would have expected the secondary strikes, but maybe he has an idea for it that I'm not thinking of right now. I actually wanted to mention, speaking of the lanes needing to go well, you want a good start. Phoenix actually committed to a Dust of Appearance at the start. This is very rare to do, but versus Bounty Hunter, who very frequently takes Shadow Walk, and you don't want to have to use one of your limited sentries to kill him, this Dust is very all-in, because it's a lot of money to spend from your first 600 gold on this potentially useless item, unless you can get a kill. So I like that he smoked up. They're trying to like find him walking in, and I think Lorinov had his smoke break, so he knows. Oh yeah, he's literally looking at Bobica right now. I want to see them try to kill him, but they're actually a bit scattered, so maybe it's for the lane. I really thought they were going to go for a first blood attempt together on this.
I agree with you. It makes sense, right? When you see the Dust come out that early, but one benefit you have, and this could be part of the reason, is the Nature's Prophet from the offlane being able to globally rotate. So if the Bounty Hunter is caught out of position, you have the Hawk who can TP in and maybe help secure the kill onto the Bounty Hunter. So that might be some of it, but you're right. Committing that gold out of your initial stock is a little rough. Dragon Tail? They're just like, do we dust them? No, okay, we won't.
They were doing some math there.
I mean, they had Blood Grenade too, like maybe, but Bounty Hunter's base stats, we talked about it, very high. Really good move speed, armor, everything. So not an easy hero to grab.
No, he even has Windlace too. So I think
you'll never catch him.
The Dust would slow him, but you just hit to break your invis, and then you would just be faster than everyone. And I think you might eventually kill him, but you'd be really late to the lane by the time you get it, and it would take both heroes chasing. So I can understand, you know, just save it, maybe level 2 on the natures, maybe the charge in from Spirit Breaker, and then you go for it. I can't believe Tianmin got such a good trade without any abilities there, actually.
I think a lot of it was Ame as well. Got some damage into the gyro from the gyro, but he's gone flat cannon level 1. Ooh, 1J. He just wants to drag. He doesn't want to. Oh, well, he also kind of wants couriers. God, I love this new set so much. It was one of those ones I wish I had gotten, but it's okay. It's just such a slick looking space cow, you know?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. And this is the first time I'm seeing it in the pro match as well.
Yeah, I've never seen it in a game yet.
It's not been a very meta hero. Some teams do take it. It's just not all of them. Ooh, range creep getting caught by the tower does mess up this creep track a little bit. One of the downsides of the Dire offlane, I feel like this gap between the tier 1 tower and then the triangle makes it pretty tough to bring the creeps through there into like cut off the next wave there. Yeah, in this case, for example, in this case, the range creep died, and so you actually see 3 melee creeps walk forward. Otherwise, you could potentially kill the entire creep wave. Like, it's completely different losing the range creep that fast.
Yeah. You decide, right, what you want to do, how many creeps you want to let through this time, and you don't get that choice.
On the other side, we got the same thing happening. You see Bobica grabbing a creep wave. So, lots of alternate laning to start this game.
God, level 2 Ignite. DeHawk's going to love that.
He can at least
Big
TP
wave
home,
on
I
the tower.
suppose.
Yeah, he's holding his point for now. But you're right. He will likely just TP home. I'm kind of surprised he's gone for a null talisman, but I guess with the spam you use for nature's call, it's worth it.
Maybe more right-click damage as well. You know, your Spirit Breaker is going to be in front, being your tank. You want to just be able to poke for free.
Mid lane looking pretty even at the moment, which is kind of expected.
Yeah, there's a couple different item builds from Tiny where the end items end up the same, but like what order you get them in varies. I'm curious how quickly he wants to try to get to his Blink Dagger, like how many items he ends up skipping or not. Because I do think his team, yeah, his team will have a hard time doing anything until he has that Blink.
In the offlane, Zeal's not having the best of time here, CS, but I mean, a slightly better time than Dahawk is, at least, who just keeps getting Ignite spam and Flat Cannon spammed. So we'll see if he's able to make a rotation somewhere on this Nature's Prophet, right? Like, that's what's kind of the benefit of picking this hero is you need to get a global rotation in. And it's definitely not working well in this offlane right now.
Okay,
He has
Dahawk,
TP.
yeah, he actually makes it back. Oh, actually, Panto came in here trying to punish this deep play from Ame. Afterburner coming into play here.
Here's
Maybe
the
can get him out of here.
charge. Yeah, they're going to get him. With the rotation back in from Dahawk, he has the bonus damage. One more auto attack is going to do it. And first blood for the Nature's Prophet.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
Tip to Tianming in that. This play actually started because Nature stepped up a little too far, and I think they were on slightly different pages because Ogre threw the blood grenade and wanted to commit harder, but Gyro was actually walking back at the same time. Then they decide to go for it, but that is what led to them chasing all the way behind the tier 1 at the tier 2. Whereas if they'd just been slightly more on the same page, maybe they do kill the Hawk at the tier 1 tower. I'm trying to punish TA2000 since the Phoenix did leave to get the kill bottom. It's going to be okay with that Dragon Tail, but at least pushed off the lane for now. They still have the dust from earlier. But Baboka does have boots now, so it's going to be pretty hard to kill him no matter what. Well, I say that. Actually committing the dust. Would have gotten the kill here if Baboka did not immediately TP, so good call. Recognize he cannot get out of that one once the dive connects.
Yeah, really good stuff. I think right now, you're still not really answering this offlane Nature's Prophet struggle bus right now. He has 10 CS. He at least got the first blood to kind of help him out a little bit, but he needs a lot more than what he's currently getting.
Yeah, some of this goes back to the fact that they're just weak laners, first of all, Spirit Breaker Natures. Yeah. Cool combo later on, but the lane is very weak. That's why they had to do the creep dragging type plays, and that's where any small mistake actually ends up being quite punishing, such as like the range creep getting killed by the tower.
6-minute power rune spawns. It will be topside. Goes to Lorinov as he grabs an illusion.
Not the greatest one, but at least you're going to take it away from Tiny.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Zeal's in kind of deep. Looks like they're going for a wraparound here with Panto. I don't think you can get the kill, but they will TP in the Spirit Breaker, maybe, with the help of Tianming coming through. Nah, now they're going to turn it around. Look for the Phoenix. Very easily killed. So much physical damage between these heroes.
Actually got chain stunned a little bit there. He had the dive available, I think.
Yeah, he did. All right, Bobica with the stack into the Wisdom Rune. I'll be happy to grab that. Now, Panto is doing fairly well on XP. He's struggling net worth wise after that death, but level 4 maybe or close. Yeah, very close.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under
This is where a little bit on the back foot, especially that Nature's. But if you can start connecting a couple plays, zip into the TP, charge, things like that, they can easily pull this back. For now, though, it looks like Yakult Brother is going to continue to grow the lead. They find a kill on the Phoenix with the rotation to safe lane.
That's so
Emo
unfortunate.
actually kind of coming in, being aggressive, and stealing some of that stack.
They like scan to try and find the Dragon Knight. The scan connects as the Phoenix TP's in, and they go back there like as Ame's coming through the portal, and it turned out it was just the Phoenix. He just dies immediately after TPing. So that is a rough one. Phoenix will have a very slow walk back to the lanes. Ame gets the credit for the kill.
is under attack.
And this bottom lane didn't actually get pressured from the Nature's Prophet. It didn't make it into the tower, so nothing lost on the side of Yakult's Brothers. Looking pretty strong so far.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's intentional. Ame has 2 blades of attack. I don't know if that was like a misclick. You accidentally buy 2, or if this is some next level big brain build.
I could see it being both, right? It can build into multiple components, Chrysalis and Falcon Blade, right?
But he's got drums queued up.
Yeah, but also drums. That's the other part where I was a little bit confused. I don't know.
I'm up for it, though. It actually is a lot of early damage. And then, like you said, maybe it's the Chrysalis Falcon Blade. You have Chop Chop. You know, it's been a while since that came out. We kind of stopped thinking about it, but you can do creative stuff with Gyro. Maybe this is his idea for it.
I think part of it is also just how this lane matchup works, where he just either you ignite to Hawk and then you just flat cannon and try and kill them, right? So Bobica here in some trouble. Wrath of Nature. Yeah, I saw him throw it. That deleted that bounty hunter. So very good find there. Now 1J has charge and Storm still got plenty of mana. They want to look for Ame. A little bit afraid of some potential turnarounds as Tiny is going to TP in here. Ignite is out. Shield rune expires. My goodness. All right, that toss damage. You need to be careful. Emo looking for an opening. Getting some glimpses of the Spirit Breaker, but not enough. They've made it outside of the vision. Fountains are actually managing to scout Lorna, though, as the charge is going to come through, as well as the Dawmbreaker. That is really rough. 2 heroes dead. 1J just coming in to, you know, I guess die alongside his core.
Maybe they're not even done. Oh, man. He had like 80% health.
Amplify damage, Tiny, baby. Here we go. That's the rune you're looking for.
That's huge. With that sequence of events, he had gotten the phase, the soul ring. This is where it usually takes some time to finish up the blink, but actually with all those kills, he's now sitting at 1,600 gold, so that blink's going to be very fast. Yeah. So that stun coming in perfect to interrupt the charge. Get an easy double kill after that.
They are looking aggressive here in the mid lane. The Sunray doing quite a bit of damage. Tian Ming goes down. Emo will be able to walk away up onto the high ground. Bobica nearby, as well as Ame smoked up on the backside, trying to offer maybe some sort of a bait play here. They're going to look for 1J. The toss comes out, and a very quick rundown. Ame credited the kill.
Emo is at 1850 gold, man. This is such a fast phase soul ring blink.
Tower is under attack.
Should be done by 12 minutes at this rate if there's like a camp to go do. Maybe it looks like they want this tower, actually. That could be another way to get it.
Yeah, and the flak is, again, it's so value with just this flat damage he's picked up on the hero. The toss will finish off the tower. Tian Ming, actually. One more little love tap. The Hawk has the Vessel done. Now, this is something we've seen a couple times out of an offlane Nature's Prophet, going for, like, the Vessel. Then item has kind of popped up a little bit, and part of this is the Glimmer Cape meta, where we're just not seeing BKBs anymore. So Vessel kind of comes back as a much more value item.
I think there's also been an uptick Yeah, there's been an uptick in early fighting and high healing heroes. For example, this game we have the Dawnbreaker or Phoenix Dragonite. I think that's also part of the reason Glimmer Cape is good, because the magic resistance gives you more effective health on tanky and high healing heroes, which
smoked right under a ward.
leads back to the Spirit Festival.
A 3,000 gold lead for Yakult brothers right now. Pretty much all on the cores though, so they're feeling pretty good.
This is where it can explode though, because you have the track, and this is such a fast blink. Now, it did get revealed, I think, the blink in the mid lane, so they know it's coming. But that doesn't mean you can just not do anything, so you can still end up being killed, such as 1J. Scouted out here.
He gets the bulldoze off. He's a tanky boy, but not tanky enough. There's your first track kill going the way of Bobica. Now the follow-up. He's trying to TP out, will not make it. Can you find anything else? I don't think they want to try and find anything else.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Technically, Bobica worth a little bit more with the track gold. I think it's about even. And that was Chimera having to TP into their own tier 1. So you kind of get more out of the map from that. I suppose with that said, Dawnbreaker, Spirit Breaker, and Natures, there are a lot of kind of global heroes this game, so maybe Chimera can get more out of the map when they have to make these types of plays.
They're going to threaten that 14-minute Wisdom Rune, and I don't think Chimera will be here to stop it. Now, there is a charge from 1J. He was looking for the Dawnbreaker, and your Nature's Prophet can't go for the other one, so this will just be double Wisdom Runes for Yakult brothers. I feel like Chimera lost the timing there a little bit. So they should have been able to play for these. Mid lane. Bobica scouted out from Lorna. Vessel will help assist in that kill. As a regen's bottom, and it will be denied. So, well, I say that. They are going to be able to give it to the Tiny. He's making his way over.
It's very nice. Tiny's early game, the blink, of course, but his farming and his playmaking is heavily controlled by his mana usage, just because the spell combo is amazing, but Tiny is a rock without a lot of mana, so you're usually limited.
Very nice D-ward there from Tianming. Right as the smoke comes out too, and we're gonna try and catch him there, but will not get be lucky enough to do that. And he's just going straight Midas. This Ogre boy is gonna scale. It's also, you know, a way to deal with Nature's Prophet, right? When we see the summon of the Treant, having that helps out a lot. Avalanche toss into the Fire Blast, Dawnbreaker to join, and goodbye Storm Spirit. Very good combo coming out from the side of Yakult's brothers.
A little bit more gold for the Midas.
Avalanche toss. They get TA2000 right next to the gyro. He is not making out of this one. The call down will be more than enough to lock him in place. This is where your offlane Prophet is really struggling.
Yeah,
he's just gonna farm.
It's really scary to show up anywhere. You want to be the second one to show up, but it has to then be Lornoff or 1J starting things, and they're trying, but it's just not easy when Yakult brothers is this strong. Like, who do you go to when they have the bounty scouting you out? She ends up being bottoms. A little unlucky for Lornoff these last couple of runes. They end up with a haste on Tiny, so he's going to look for more once again.
Yeah, this man is too big to die. Too much HP. They don't have the damage on Chimera quite yet to deal with him. Maybe when the Nature's Prophet gets his shard, you combine with the Vessel, you might have the magic damage to actually kind of slow burn this hero, but you would need a pretty heavy commitment. Like, Phoenix would have to be there. So we'll see what they end up doing.
Let's have it. They need to get some tier 1 towers, because right now it's a bit tough to make a play and then everyone could just TP in. And you're not winning direct 5-on-5 fights anymore. You need these pickoffs.
Bobica charged up, Dust connects. Storm Spirit kind of overshoots this huge Avatos into the Dawnbreaker again. Massive punish coming through from Yakult brothers. One track kill. They're waiting for it to come off cooldown for the second. Oh, that is the worst case scenario for the side of CHIMERA.
They're feeling forced to try to find these plays. That's kind of exactly what I was saying, right? Anywhere you make a move on this map, there are easy teleport points to show up, especially because Dawnbreaker doesn't need to add to the time. She just ults in.
They have a gem? Or is it, no, there's just still like tons of sentries in the triangle there. Wow. Well, with this, Ame is really pulling ahead on the gyrocopter. We've seen Dragon Knights outscale the gyro in the late game just because of the sheer raw damage that this hero can do once he has like Daedalus and stuff, but you're starting to fall quite far behind. They're going to go for another smoke play, this time onto Zeal. With the Nature's Prophet should be no problem at all. The Dust is going to catch Bobka on the backside. The Vortex for the second kill. Ame thought about helping, decides never mind, then goes back.
Yeah, he's pretty close to his Ags. Oh, I think he's literally finished it while finishing that bottom
it's done.
camp. So yeah, he does not want to jump into a fight right before he finishes that item.
And this is what we typically see out of teams playing against the Dawnbreaker is you gank the Dawnbreaker. There's no chance of the chain stun like we've been seeing onto the Storm Spirit if it's the Dawnbreaker you're ganking. So this that call much better from CHIMERA. They get themselves a decent amount of gold back their way.
What was that tier 2 doing there? There was like a tier 2 in the middle of the lane that everyone was pinging to go get.
Lornov? Does he not have a TP? He does. Okay, no, he has stick. He's fine. Yeah.
Whose was that? Oh, I guess the fact that it's on the Falcon floor. So I guess that was Yakult Brothers tier 2 token that CHIMERA Esports has now picked up. Not
Unlucky.
the end of the world, but it is a bit annoying because there are some tier 2s that are very helpful to get and to boost your, like for example, Tiny, solve your mana issues with potentially a tier 2 item, boost your damage even further. I don't know if they have all their tier 2 tokens quite yet, but we're gonna see who ends up getting left out.
Tian Ming has his Midas online. He is very happy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They did see Bobka under the ward sentry there near the mid lane, or near this bottom lane. So Panto drops a sentry up top. Okay, they actually get some vision. Here comes the charge. In comes Lornov as well. Blood Grenade is out. It actually cancels the charge. And they will back away. What revealed them? How did he see Panto?
I'm not fully sure.
Oh, Dawnbreaker's passive. That's actually what it was. The last second
right.
of the Dawnbreaker.
Middle tower is under
Okay.
attack.
That's funny. So I was like, there's no way. They don't have a ward. They didn't have the Watcher. I was so lost. They're just going to smoke up again. 1J will pop the smoke. He's going to get Avatos in place, taking a lot of damage. Does have a charge to try and get back to safety, but nah, Gyrocopter will find the kill. They did at least take the Tormentor, but they will lose another Wisdom Rune to the side of the Yakult brothers. I don't think Nature's Prophet is looking for the other one.
It's actually there, but it's pretty risky to send your way over.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's an Ags on Zeal.
Is under attack.
That there's about a level or two difference between the supports. Fortunately, Ogre's level 12 is maybe not, you know, you don't feel like completely decimated by that, but he will get richer, I suppose, with his Hand of Midas multicast going up, which maybe that'll pay off a little down the line.
Absolutely. Mid lane, Emo. Gonna get scouted here as the smoke comes through. The charge doesn't connect. Great avalanche, and there's the Dawnbreaker Ags, but the Spirit Vessel from DeHawk doing way too much damage. The A Egg is out looking for Zeal. Dragon Tail's gonna connect, and now as well, they get 2. That's a huge find from Chimera.
Just a little bit too far from the rest of the teammates to get close to save them.
Yeah.
Panto very pleased with how much damage he did in that fight.
I mean,
yeah, the Avalanche came out just in time. I actually thought maybe there's a chance they make it in time to do something, but yeah, Sunray and Spirit Vessel, just too much damage to the high health of Tiny and Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, he had 2 full duration Sunrays. Panto,
No
what
way.
an escape there. That
Panto.
is big.
He's feeling it. A master Phoenix player here.
All right.
Okay, finding these kills has started to pull things back for Chimera. And we mentioned how like the mid-game combo, the global potential is very strong. They were suffering in the early game, but the fact that they managed to find some of these kills to start to get back into this is a pretty good sign. You still need to do it, you know, maybe 1 or 2 more times, but they could get themselves back on track.
We're starting to see the Nature's Prophet start to gain some momentum as well. Like, he was the one who was really struggling. Now, he's definitely a utility build. He's got like the Vessel, the Curse of the Old Growth, and now Glimmer Cape. Going for the Aghanim Scepter. He's about 1,000 gold away, but that, you know, because we don't really see BKBs that often anymore, the Ags actually pays off quite a bit here. So we'll see.
If you have vision of Dawnbreaker as well when she's trying to ult in, that would be
You
massive.
just instantly root her. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
They are going to go in. TA2000 pops the Dragon Form emo. Gonna get caught on the backside. A great egg on top of the team. Dawnbreaker's ult trying to keep him alive, but again, the Phoenix damage is too much, and now Ame trying to stand toe-to-toe here with TA2000, trying to get away. The Bloodlust move speed is enough. Lorinov, he has his eyes on the prize. It's the gyro. They get him on the backside with the Sprout from Dahak. Tianming will go down as well. Mobica will survive, but a 3-for-1 and a big win for Chimera Esports.
These last 2
Panto's
fights,
crushing it.
he's feeling it. These last 2 fights, they keep finding the Tiny. Tiny is not getting to go through the cycle of avalanche toss, throw someone out of position. They are killing him first, and we're seeing exactly why Phoenix is so strong versus the Tiny. Sunray damage is fantastic. The Fire Spirit slow is good. Tiny can never kill the egg. It is such a strong support pick versus that Tiny. Of course, a lot of this is Lorinov and 1J as well, initiating on the Tiny so that you can just line up the Sunray for the full duration to do the rest of the damage. But great job so far finding how much. It's so funny to see the Spirit Breaker Bull Rush after a charge. I'll never get used to it.
They're trying to set up something on him topside here. He will need to sniff this out. Does see some heroes showing on the creep wave. Emo, though, closing in. 1J has the bulldoze back up. Pops it, but yeah, they get the catch. Great use of the Orchid and the Avalanche.
This might be Roshan. And they're heading into the pit. I don't think you can really stop this on Chimera. Lorinov. Oh, actually, he has a regen rune. I was going to say he has no resources.
Yeah, he
with
just
that
ran
regen
down
rune,
to pick that up.
They're TPing top. But Roche
They're
is
not making it.
yeah, it's about to die. So maybe just getting in position to look for a pickoff as they maybe leave the area.
Grabs a shield rune. Ame will have the Aegis for this next fight as he's queued up the BKB finally. So he will have that likely as either the Aegis expires or slightly before.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See what they can get done with the Aegis. Because right now, not only do you have the global rotations, the Dragonite matchup to Gyro is typically Dragonite favored. This game, you do have a Bloodlust to help you out, so that might change the math a little bit. But the later the game goes, I think Chimera Esports draft, scales a little
looks
better.
Really scary. Yeah.
Yeah, the idea of the bounty is usually a stronger mid-game timing. The late-game value of the bounty is not as strong. The fact that it's only a 2K gold lead for Yakult Brothers at 27 minutes, the way the game started, I think Chimera has managed to pull themselves back into this. And you need to get a lot done with this first Aegis.
The supports on Chimera scale incredibly well in this game. Like, eventually, Spirit Breaker, if he wants, can buy a BKB, and then once he has that, he just removes the gyrocopter from the team fight. Like, you don't actually get to play the game. So I'm curious to see where he ends up going. He has plenty of itemization options, but we do see the Aghanim Scepter now finished up on the Nature's Prophet. They are smoked up. Yeah, he is actually, well, we'll find another hit. Dude, they have gotten so many runes for Lauren up lately.
Scanning.
They have the gem as well.
2000 on the hunt, finds Ame. This is the perfect target.
Yeah, that's huge. Now, can they actually kill him in time before the team arrives? Okay, it seems like it's no problem at all. Nether Strike Egg definitely going to be coming here anytime soon. Can they actually beat up? Oh, a weird Force Staff interaction gets to the low ground, but they still get the kill. They finish the job. They take down the bounty with them. Tian Ming, Zeal on the run. The charge through is going to connect onto both. The dives continue, and boy, oh boy, Chimera wipe the floor with Yakult here in this fight. Looking for the tier 2 tower now. That Shadow Blade reveal from TA2000, absolutely perfect.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Anto, great egg timing as well. So the Aegis, like you said, that Force Dive interaction almost made it mess up, but still manages to connect the stun on the gyro after the respawn. So they get 2 kills in a row right outside the enemy base. So straight to work on this tower, and you got your little Greater Treant here with the extra building damage. So there's the tower.
Look at it go.
How much do they want to push this? Maybe just gonna let the Greater Treant get to work
Come on,
as the
bro.
respawn comes in.
just a third of the, or a quarter of the racks, you know? No commitment. That's not bad.
Is under attack.
So big items now coming out for Chimera after that fight. That was like a 6,000 gold swing. They have a Daedalus nearly completed on the Dragon Knight and a Parasma nearly done on Lorna of Storm Spirit. So these are going to be absolutely huge damage boosts, which they don't seem to have damage problems.
So long as the fight goes in a certain order, yes. Which Tiny has not been able to find these Blink Avalanche tosses to just remove heroes from the fight to start.
Yeah.
For like, I don't know, like 10 minutes now? Which is strange. That's usually what Bounty gives you the edge in. Being able to scout invisibly. Usually you find the fights you want to.
Did Bobica buy his own gem, or did they somehow... I don't think they stole it, right?
No, that's
his own gem. Okay. This would be devastating to lose, honestly, for Yakult Brothers. If this gem gets taken away, the map shrinks to borderline nothing. And TA2000 running in Invis here, seeing what he can find. Gets tracked up, though. Very fortunate there for the Bounty Hunter to scout that one.
It's actually true for both teams. If either team loses the gem, of course, the Bounty Hunter, it becomes much more annoying to deal with the Bounty Hunter. But then you can't track the Dragon Knight either, who's got the Silver Edge, and he's constantly looking for kills. So the next engage, or whenever it happens, if one team can steal a gem, should just have vision advantage.
That's nice. There's a ward on this high ground back here that they still have not scanned with this gem. It's providing so much vision on where Chimera is. They're actually going to smoke on the low ground here, see if they can get the opening here onto Lorinov. He does have a BKB. The Avalanche comes out. The BKB connects, though. So he's going to be able to turn this fight around. Looks for the Bounty Hunter here in the center, trying to finish the job by himself. He gets it with the help of the Sunray. Panto gets the dive away. I think he dove right over the gem, or over that ward. They know about it. He gets the kill, but now Emo punishes him for sticking around. A 1-for-1 trade.
Who's holding the gem now then? Ogre. Okay.
Ogre.
So yeah, it was a little scary when Bounty was dying with the gem, but they did manage to retrieve it. So Bounty for Phoenix, kind of okay, I guess. There's some creep damage in the mid lane in the meantime, but barracks are not quite dead yet.
Well, goodbye tower. Tier 2 bottom lane gets finished up here by the Dragon Knight. We're closing in on a butterfly for Ame, which obviously is very helpful. We'll see how much that ends up impacting their survivability in their fights, but one thing I actually saw earlier that I forgot to point out, they sprouted the egg.
Oh, that's cool. Just hide it.
Yeah, there was like a team fight like in that mid lane, the really big one that like first went Chimera's way. It was like half sprouted to block off the gyro, and then the egg was right on the corner of it as well. So they really could not get to it.
And if your gyro's not hitting it, the other heroes are not very good. Dawnbreaker, Tiny, even like Bounty and Ogre. I mean, I guess you have Bloodlust to help you out, right? But clearly we're seeing it's not quite enough if the gyro cannot hit the egg.
Yeah, who gets through the, like, who breaks the trees to get to it, you know?
Yeah.
That's actually a legitimate problem that they, you know, if they're doing it right on Chimera, if you sprout the egg, all you need to do is potentially block one auto attack and bait Yakult's brothers in, right? So we could see, you got to keep it, we'll keep an eye out for it if it happens again. But
there's an amplified damage, bloodlusted Tiny with Conda on the hunt. But
and Shadow
Esports dodging him out. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Shadow Walk, even better. You can hit them and then do the avalanche toss combo.
Just casual 800 damage. Hero walking around the map, lumbering around the map. I think
Don't
more
mind
appropriate.
me. Unfortunately, he cannot find anybody, so doesn't really get much done with it.
Clean up Tormentor. It goes to Tian Ming. It's not the most useful this game, but if it blocks like a big Dragon Knight crit, I think that's good enough. It's better than nothing. See a Halberd being queued up from the Spirit Breaker. That'll help out quite a bit.
Smoking, trying to protect this ward. Unfortunately, that's an illusion.
Unlucky. Well, they're going to know about it. All right. Smoked up now. Still trying to find something. That is an MKB. Okay, never mind. That butterfly will not be impacting the gyro's survivability all that much now. Assuming it's the Dragon Knight that gets to him. But it seems TA2000 has not really struggled in finding his targets in these fights. He's actually closing on his 25 talent as well. He is so high level, actually. 24 and almost a half compared to the 20, almost 21 on the gyro.
And he survived all of these fights. He's 4-1-5, so coming out with a ton of XP.
I mean, they know Roshan is on the table. They don't want to give this one up this time. Nature's Prophet, of course, can just split push, force them back mid. There's no tier 3. So like, Ogre has to go back to Midas these. Otherwise, you're going to lose that entire lane of barracks. Roche, it starts. The roar is out. That's going to give them the damage amp. They just jump right in on Lorna. They get the Dragon Tail. Oh, boy. Ame's dead to start it off. Emo's going to join them. And now Zeal falls right down on the egg. That is the worst case scenario. People forget about the roar damage amp. It was still on the gyro when he got the initiation.
That was really good timing from Chimera as well, because no matter what, even if that fight didn't work out, they shoved in mid, and at that exact moment, they start the fight, because they know Dawnbreaker wants to clear mid, and instead she's forced to ult into the fight. You win the fight, they TP home, they manage to defend mid barracks, but you can easily see where that fight goes longer, you lose mid barracks anyways. Now they come in with the Aegis. People are still dead. They're going to get the barracks anyhow, and looks like top lane is next.
Well.
There is potentially the last fortify. don't know how you drag this game long enough to get another fortify.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Not with the Nature's Prophet summons. They will go ahead, finish off 2 lanes of barracks. I mean, Mega Creeps, technically not secured, but you are against a Nature's Prophet. So good luck. This is all I have to say there. Suddenly a 14,000 gold advantage. Dude, Roshan's Roar is 25% damage amp.
It's a lot of damage amp. Bounty is good because Track, I mean, one of the reasons he's good is because Track gives damage amp, and he's only at 12%. It's like double value Track on your whole team.
Yeah. I mean, they just died so fast. It wasn't even close. That was such a great wraparound.
Yeah, we are at the point where Dragonite is outscaling the gyro. You just hit really hard, and the flat cannon does a lot of damage in the full team fight, but your single target is not as good as Dragonite's.
I mean, they're going to try to initiate on a TA2000, but they don't have the damage quite yet. Ame's on the backside. He's all alone, though, trying to find an opening. Hightailing it out here with that BKB, but there's the egg, the second Sunray. He gets the kill. Zeal will follow him. Panto has played a perfect Phoenix game. And that might be the last nail in the coffin here for your Colt brothers. They have nothing left, and even the Tiny getting found here from Dahak. The Vessel is out. He's trying his best to get out of here, but your base is exposed, and TA2000 has his eyes on those Mega Creeps. They will buy back now on the Dawnbreaker. No Solar Guardian available. Emo, Avalanche, toss back. TA2000 still has that Aegis and a Satanic available. Should be able to heal up here fairly easily, and yeah, he will. There's the GGs. They come out, and boy, what a turnaround from CHIMERA. Just playing it patient, knowing that their draft will outscale, get themselves a very convincing win here in game number 1.
So I'd say Falcons really popularized this tri-core where there's a lot of splitting the farm. And I like the idea of carry players diversifying their hero pool to things like maybe like this Beastmaster, you know, where you're also playing this pseudo carry. That way, Night Stalker doesn't really build utility, right? He builds like a right-click carry just from the offlane. His timing's a little different, but that's why I like this idea of pairing it with the Beastmaster. Now, is this the future pairing forever? Is this like the best meta? I don't know, but I like the idea and the exploration into it. I also love fine art being picked up once again. Even though I said Instigate seems really good, I believe in that, but I like fine art. I am very excited to see it in action this game.
I mean, this is the exact same draft. We saw them run yesterday, sub the Lion for the Venomancer. It was the Elder Titan, Night Stalker, Lina, Beastmaster. Like, this was the exact same draft that they used to beat Gaming Gladiators. So, very slight. That's going to be a really big Astral Spirit if Tianming can pull this back. But the question is, do they want to chase into that choke point? No, they do not. Blood Grenade is out. Another Blood Grenade just for safe measure. And Panto trying his best to run here. Tianming, he's going to hit pretty hard. Wants this Enchantress. He should get her. Just needs one auto attack. Yeah, plus 85 damage there for him. He's very happy.
It's satisfying to see Enchantress just whacked to death like that. Not the usual untouchable Enchantress that lives forever. You're barely doing any damage.
Meanwhile, Zeal collects 3 bounties on this Night Stalker, just using that bonus.
They're looking to punish top with an early tri-lane as well. 1J stunned up. It's got plus 46 damage on ET. Tianming looking for 2 kills. Ame, what the heck? Stealing the kill. Acceptable. The carry player gets the kill.
Yeah, really smart stuff, right? We've seen them literally leave Night Stalker alone in lanes for the entire game. So and just start out with the tri-lane, try and force a little bit of a better start there. They get it. And now Bobika's going to head bottom. You really need this Tiny to do well.
but I don't know if it's the easiest to punish a Night Stalker Night Reigns, even with a strong support like Enchantress. Of course, if he gets Avalanche tossed into something, you know, that's a whole different story. But I feel like if he's smart with his positioning, it's going to be difficult to shut down the Night Stalker.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's the whole idea behind the Night Stalker offlane plus Night Reigns.
And Tianming's Elder Titan is so good. You really need to respect it. Like, he's just sitting on bonus 64 damage. They do not want to contest this guy right now.
He sure wants to fight them, though.
Yeah. What did he spend his early money on? Looks like a salve, some extra regen as well. So
yeah, just a lot of regen, because you get everything you need to right-click trade through Astral Spirit. So you just need to be healthy enough to commit when you get the bonus damage.
The Hawk's Courier is just dead, and now 1J. They're gonna try and turn this around. Tianming with this Inkswell, it does connect actually off the mark with the Stroke of Fate, I think, but it didn't matter. Still manages to connect onto Ame there, and all right, a little bit too aggressive. The Reflection actually owned him. Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, I think he got baited a little bit by that Courier. Stepped up a bit too far, and oh, actually maybe Ame as well. All right. Just getting low. Gets fed 2 tangos by Tianming. You can do cool stuff with Stroke of Fate because of that. By the re-angling through creeps, allowing you to get some bonus damage there.
Ooh, he got the stack.
At least net some 1 kill. Ooh, yeah. This is actually a really interesting idea because ET usually benefits the most off of stacked camps in terms of extra power. But if 1J can land some cool Stroke of Fate angles, he's about to get level 2 on Stroke of Fate. And that's where the bonus damage per target jumps up to 40. So it can be pretty easy to go from what would usually be like a 200 damage nuke, let's say, to jump up to 300 to 400 quite quickly.
And we'll see if it ends up making a difference. Like you said, both heroes, both supports actually really love playing around the stacked camps there. I think it's okay for Chimera because you do have like Reflection and Inkswell to maybe create distance between the Elder Titan, prevent him from maybe going in too aggressive. Like, he just died obviously because of that. So we'll have to see if that matters or not. Oh, some headset issues here potentially. His bottom lane seems to be going fairly well for Zeal under the first night, right? Level 3, 17-3 to the Tinies 11-2. So he's really not having a great time on the Tiny so far.
Stalker, one of the few heroes who truly contests Tiny in terms of damage, right? Like Tree Grab, sure. But even with Tree Grab, actually, like the early levels, Night Stalker's pretty close. Yeah. So with the much better animation of the Night Stalker, and I missed exactly what happened because we were watching the top tri-lane get the kill. The very first wave pushed out towards Zeal, so that would be the punish of not having Baboka in the lane, right? That you're just 2v1. They deny like the whole wave against you, but he ends up just perfectly fine despite not having Baboka to begin with. And it should set him up for a good rest of the first night. Things will shift again at 5:15, but at the way it's going, I mean, he'll be close to level 5 by that point. And then you just have to, play it safe for a couple more minutes to get level 6, Dark Ascension. And then at that point, we have to keep in mind, this is like the carry Beastmaster. The rotation from the carry over will be even stronger than usual. So we'll see if that comes into play in a couple minutes. I think you do want Dark Ascension first before you really make a play like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually what we've seen a couple times from them, is especially like as you get the Roar online or the Dark Ascension, like these heroes tend to rotate to the other lane and look for their, look for a quick kill. Uh-oh, Tianming has a lot of damage.
Bonus 108.
Well,
but
here
you
we
have
go.
to be careful not to go too far.
He's going to get caught from the stroke here as well.
Stroke of Fate!
Yeah,
Look at
it does so much damage. Okay. That being said, Ame's just beating down the Grimstroke here at the tower. A lot of axe stacks built up. Stroke of Fate, Blood Grenade out as well. Do they have the damage to finish it off? Doesn't look like it. Now that Tianming is back, Reflection might be enough to slow him down. All right, it is the stroke from downtown. 1J snipes him. Oh my goodness, you cannot be sitting in the wave like that.
Or slightly away from the wave. Thanks to Fine Art.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad to see it working.
Oh, okay, he just got clapped by the tomato. And Tianming just slowed down way too much. They're gonna get himself a second kill here. One more auto attack's gonna do it. 1J's having a great start on the Grimstroke now.
Very proud of you.
Fine Art is the way. It's been the way the whole time.
I will say, I always like seeing Grimstroke just for the fact that he's one of my favorite voice actors. And it's just such a satisfying hero to listen to in the game.
Yeah, he's been in a... He was way too good. Ever since they added the shard, you had to completely play around the shard.
Yeah.
And then they nerfed that so much, so he's just been kind of out of it. In fact, even this game, I thought, like, seemed a little weird because Soulbind didn't seem the best when they picked him. I said that last time as well, but they still won that last game with it, made a good case for it. And so far, doing the same here versus Yakult bros.
Okay.
Just put him in his place, ult him, show him what's what.
He was like, yeah, I'm not going to use this anytime soon. I'm just going to put some damage into the Dragon Knight, keep my stacks going. Top side, we might be seeing... Oh, never mind. They're not fighting. I thought they were for a second, but Tianming just... Every time he seems to want to play aggressive with the Spirit, there's a lot of options here to slow him down. And he's actually got some boots queued up. Maybe it'll help there. Invis rune top side.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Where did the rune go? I wasn't paying attention. Invis to Dahak, denied by his illusion.
Oh, that's what it was. I was literally wondering the same thing. I'm like, I have no idea, actually. This Enchantress has been putting a lot of kind of pressure on the mid lane here with this Centaur. Just trying to keep the Lina back, maybe distract them a little bit, get some chip damage into the tower. It's not going to be enough, but they are at least slowing down the Lina here. Ame's having a great start to the game, despite that death. 42 CS at the moment. This is when your Night Stalker is going to slow down quite a bit, though, right? First daytime, your Tiny is going to have complete free farm. And as we see him grab the Wisdom Rune, we might see that Dark Ascension rotation soon.
They scouted these stacks. They actually want Ame to steal it with the axe. Look at, okay, you missed it. Ame just took half his health bar from Fine Art. That was all one stroke of fate. 700 damage.
Under attack.
That'll do it. And Night Stalker goes down bottom. All right. Yeah, just single enchant is enough to hold him back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're bringing so many heroes mid now. They really want to take down this Dragon Knight, and they got him. Very nice kill there. Emo making his way through the trees. All right, bottom tower now getting pressured from the Tiny Enchantress. They'll pop the fortification. Tianming silenced up. Here comes the Ink Swell. Reflection as well. Even going to pop the meta. Going for the stomp. It's not going to be enough. Dahak able to finish the job. This offlane Terrorblade is actually off to an amazing start. And he's not going pipe. He is going Mage Slayer.
I mean, it's still got the magic resistance you need versus an ET. And Beastmaster and Lina and even the Lion do a lot of magic damage if you can apply it to them beforehand. No one
Maybe
else
also
on
goes
your
pipe? I don't know.
team would really do it. I guess Dragon Knight could.
Uh-oh. Rotation bottom. He accidentally hurricaned his own creep instead of the Lion, allowing them to close the gap here onto the Tiny. He's going to try and get a turnaround kill. He does. TA2000 surviving maybe just because of that innate, reducing so much of the damage. And now Ame, Tianming, even the Lina rotating down here. They really want to finish off this Tiny, but they will not get him. Stomp finds two. Tiny turns around to toss the tree as well. Is it enough? It is not. I cannot believe he survives this.
The innate is so easy to overlook, right? It's just like, oh, it's like, 2-3% damage reduction. But I mean, this Beastmaster, this Night Stalker, they have to attack a lot. It's a big chunk of their early game damage. They actually hit pretty hard. So the percentage that it's being reduced actually added up quite a lot there.
That is wild. Great response from Chimera to keep that Tiny alive. And your first Dark Ascension doesn't really net you anything. And that is a big deal. Like, this hero loves to snowball off of those pickups. It is going to be the second nighttime now. So Night Stalker is going to be perfectly all right. Being said, they are smoking over for Ame. He is in the worst spot. Yeah, just right on to Lorinov. And a quick toss in from TA2000 will take the kill.
The exact same time, their top tower was under a lot of pressure from this Enchantress creep that she sent over earlier with the TB. So about half the health of the tower just got killed while still getting a kill on Ame.
Yeah. Boots of Travel are done on the Lina, so we might see her make some rotations to find her targets. Blink Dagger going to be the first choice for Lorinov, which I actually like a lot. You need to be able to pressure this Lina and get on top of her 1J, making more stacks as it's scouted out from Tianming.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
1J's like, I dare you, come over here, see what happens.
It's actually so dangerous to contest a lot of stacks from a Grimstroke.
I mean, we're just looking at the damage this does. Is it 3-point Stroke of Fate right now? Is that what he's macking?
Yeah, he's at 3. So just some, quick math while we have a moment. If there were 10 creeps, you're getting 800 bonus damage along with your 280 base damage. It is absurd to try to get close to a stack and then he like swings it through.
Yeah. Well, those stacks cleaned up. A lot of golden experience for these guys. As TA2000's closing in on his Echo Saber, does have it now after clearing that creep wave. Mid lane, Laguna's out. Lorinov, mostly unbothered it seems. The Centaur will catch some on the backside. Shield Rune picked up from Zeal. That is very nice as the enchant had just been thrown.
Not sure I'm understanding all these Lagunas onto Lorinov.
Just feels it off,
you see
right?
it. Yeah, like sometimes you see it versus other heroes. Like let's say it's a Storm Spirit, it's close, he's level 6. You don't kill him, you get him to a 4th health, but it limits what he can do because he can't really go gank with that little health. He'll just die. So he ends up just AFK farming or even having to go home. But it's just tickling Lorinov. He's back to full health already,
Yeah.
So, and he's even TPing down here. He's not gonna.
Oh, they do hit the blink reveal. I was like, there's no way. They don't have a stun, but Lorinov comes in with the blink. They get the kill. Now topside to Hawk. They're going to be able to run at him here pretty aggressively. Sunder as well as 20 stick charges are available. But here comes the rest of Chimera. Only DK's TP is on cooldown. TA2000 looking for an Avitas opening. Same with 1J. Looking to follow it up. As Lorinov now comes through the Twin Gate. I mean, that's a great response. Not only do they take Ame, they get the tower. They force your Colts brothers back completely. Great movements from Chimera so far.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ooh.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They still are grouped up, though. Your Colt brothers looking for an opening here. If they can find it, it might just be the Enchantress. Yeah, there's going to be the stun come out. Reflection from the Hawk. Orchid as well. Never mind. I thought he's going... Mage Slayer, but oh, big stroke of fate. Good soul bind as well. Gonna slow up this Night Stalker, and it might be enough to toss. That's a lot of damage. The avalanche comes through as well. Both supports just chewed through by this Night Stalker and Zeal. He will be able to make it out. Okay, I thought he was going Mage Slayer. He's got an Orchid on Terrorblade, first item. I cannot believe he's getting away with this.
Now going for Glimmer Cape to make up for the lack of it. The Soulbind here, not really doubling spells, but just locking people down for his team to do the damage. Good enough. Night Stalker too fast to finish up that last kill, but I would not have guessed Chimera would be the one with the stronger early game.
Especially at nighttime.
Yeah, based on this draft, but they are making it work. The fine art, apparently the bigger surprise than the carry Beastmaster.
It really, I mean, he got a 4-hero stroke of fate there on the high ground. Like that, it ripped the supports apart.
Mega damage.
So bottom lane looking for Emo. He's got to be careful. Lornov's got a blink. Avalanche off the mark. Same with the tree toss. He's going north through the... Yeah, okay. They're not going to get it. Maybe TA2000 jumping the gun there slightly, but they will smoke up on your Colt brothers. Look for an opening here, but where are they going to find it? Panto's pushing top with Terrorblade Illusions and a Troll Summoner. It looks like they're just going to try and trade towers.
This tier 2's taking a lot of damage.
I mean, if you don't come back soon, it will die.
They fortified, so it killed off the first round of skeletons. So after this tower, they could TP up and defend it. But you got to go like right away.
They might just go Roche, actually.
Yeah.
Beastmasters has Ags. They're going to do it. Okay, I mean, that's actually a really good call.
It's a little painful to lose this tier 2 so early, but I suppose the Roshan is more important to secure for yourself.
Especially when you're behind, I think is the issue, right? Like, Ame needs this Aegis. He cannot afford another death right now. So, well done. The Mage Slayer is going to be built on Lornov, it seems, so that will be quite nice. Glimmer Cape done on the Terrorblade. The poor man's pipe at home. And more aggression put him on the mid tower. You have the Wild Wing Ripper. You've got a couple skeletons still alive. Those will get cleaned up, but Panto's been putting so much pressure on these objectives with this Enchantress. Scan's going to connect from the dire side, so they know they're hiding here in the trees. Dark Ascension is available. They jump up. They get the stun, though. The silence as well as the Ink Swell will hold him in place, and Lornov, yeah, they dumped a lot of damage into him, but the Dragonite too tanky. They will finish off the kill onto the Lion. Soulbind removed from the game is now to Hawk. Needs to be careful, but does have that Sunder. Look at all of the Virtuous Dales. There's just like 3 on the ground here. What is this?
It's really good. It's so much health, and the healing is still really solid. I think that's one that's going when the patch hits next year.
100% that item.
I think that's one of the neutrals being swapped out.
Yeah, that item's been way too good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I feel like that and Safety Bubble. I think both of those I think those are gonna be the 2 tier 1 items that get removed, maybe.
I'm up for it.
Do you have some vision here?
So even though you lost that fight,
yeah, he's going for the D ward. He'll get the D ward, but Bobica likely to lose his life here, not able to hobble away. And more chip damage into this mid tower. Great toss. Avalanche just sends the Hawk in here, and that is a very, very dead Elder Titan. Now Ame as well as Zeal want to get aggressive. Dark Ascension's out. The blink, the roar will find the Terrorblade. Do they have detection? They've got a Glimmer. Or they've got a Sentry there, so no Glimmer will save him. All right, that's a great turnaround.
yeah, ends up being maybe a bad idea to throw in the throw into Hawk there. Couldn't get out fast enough. I thought they would try to push more with this Aegis, but they seem pretty content to just farm it out right now. I suppose they are behind, so just using it to delay the game. TA2000 walks into the sentry, so they know he's here. Blink is canceled.
Ooh, Laguna. A lot of damage, but Ame soulbound up in some trouble. Now, Lornov, he's taking his own fight on the other side of this. They do manage to get on top of the Enchantress, but Ame is still quite low. They're going to try and chase for more. They want to try and burn this Aegis while they still can, and they get something out of it. But Lornov, he just jumps out on the backside. He gets himself a nice kill onto one. Now looking for Zeal, and Panto with this Glimmer will survive long enough. There's going to be the Orchid, the meta, and you lose the Beastmaster twice. Oh my goodness, Chimera is just outplaying them so hard in these fights, and now Tianming trying to hobble his way into the trees. He's gonna survive for now. 6,000 gold advantage. They lose the Aegis fight.
They end up getting split a little bit here. So we see a focus on Tiny, but then Lornov takes Emo and Tianming out of the fight, so they're focused over on the right side. While there's stuff happening on the left side, it's on the Enchantress, but she's got the Glimmer, she's got the healing, she's so hard to kill. So we're seeing the issues of being behind. You just don't have enough damage to actually finish off either of those kills, and so you end up getting nothing as they make a complete retreat. They just re-engage with the vision they've dropped in the middle of the fights, and then they just get back in there.
I will say the Mage Slayer from Lorna was actually so value in that fight. He got the Lina, the Elder Titan, then the Lion as he's coming back in, then Beastmaster and Night Stalker, all debuffed while they're trying to throw out spells. So he is just constantly reducing the damage that Yakult brothers can put out on some of these cores, and I mean, absolutely paid off right there. 1J will be rewarded with his shard. Very powerful shard. And Tianming will get his.
A little harder to use without the Instigate, but you can still just throw it on to TA2000 or Lornov and just let them jump in.
Yeah.
And let them do their thing, right? As long as they time it right, even if they get roared in response, LSA'd, whatever, it will activate, dispel, healing them, right? It's still very strong to have, even if you can't choose when to dispel.
The heal is also not to be underrated, because it still heals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a lot of sustain. If you're hitting like multiple heroes or even like some summons from the Beastmaster, like you're gonna heal up quite a bit.
I want to see, oh, he's actually doing it. I was about to say, I want to see 1J get an Aether Lens so he can fine art even further away. And he actually has one queued up after. He's gonna, it looks like 4-staff into Blink, then he might do it. But I'm here for it.
It's really good.
I
just
want
to
this
keep
game to go
distance
late
as well.
enough. Yeah.
I like his decision making on his soulbind so far this game. They all of them have been impactful. Like keeping the Night Stalker slowed down in the fight is honestly good enough. Like you said, it's not really you don't have to get like these double spells, like getting the double Dragon Tail or whatever is great, but as long as you're just like holding someone in place or slowing them down, that's probably worthwhile anyway.
It's of course ideal to have more single target spells. You know, if we were going to nitpick, I think that's what we could point our fingers at. But you at least have Dragon Tail. You have like double Orchid now.
Yeah.
Maybe double Enchant if you want to use that. And over time, you'll buy more items as well, right? Sometimes it's like Abyssals or Scythes from core players in the late game. Sometimes even the Scythe from Grimstroke himself.
Yeah. We're going to see a smoke out from Yakult brothers here. They know the Dragon Form's expiring soon. Dog is just sitting right outside their base, waiting, hoping to find something. But the wraparound, if it finds Lorna, it could be really nice here. The Night Stalker ult comes out. They actually smoke potentially at the best possible time here. And now Zeal will reveal them up onto the high ground. They get on top of the Grimstroke. That is a great find. Zeal slowed up here for a moment. The Roar is going to be able to find Panto off the mark there with the Earth Splitter. But so far, a 2 for 0. A great opening here for your Yakult brothers. Can they get more? The Orchid out into the Glimmer Cape, trying to TP. No shot, buddy. They follow it up. Full team surrounding him. 3 dead. A great find from Yakult brothers.
Yeah, that angle is so good. The way they came in as well. Night Stalker has the flying, so he doesn't care about terrain. But all of Chimera is on that low ground around the triangle, being just where can you even go, right? You have to just keep running to the right, but that just lets them chase forever. You can't really engage through these cliffs and the trees, so great spot to be for Yakult brothers. Not expecting a fight over this rune, though. Zeal might just die.
He thought that they maybe had a little bit more there, but Bobica getting chased by a giant magic immune rock. Not going to be good for him. Avalanche comes out. One more little toss or breathe fire will do it. Now, shield rune Tiny with a BKB. That is not going to die. Did they steal the gem or is that their own? Did they just pick this up?
I think that's their own. One J bought that one, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, TA2000, incredibly scary now on this Tiny.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dragon Knight picked up his own Orchid as well, going for the Bloodthorn next. One thing I loved the way that they approached that fight as well was just how Zeal moved into the high ground, right? Like they can't see the Night Stalker at all.
Radiant's top tower
Enchantress almost just walks into a Beastmaster. I had no idea.
Yeah, I thought we were about to see a fight break out, but both of them just continue on their way.
Ame might go for the Blink Roar now that the shield rune's expiring, but they don't see the rest of Chimera, and that's a little bit of a difficult hero to jump on.
We saw earlier, if you commit too hard, you lose all your base damage to the Tiny. You can get baited in a bit too far. Now, I say that, TA2000 moved up a lot on his own.
are scanning.
Smoke breaks on Baboka.
They think they're in Roche.
He didn't.
so-
He didn't notice soon enough. Yeah,
Not at all.
that could have been a
Alright.
great kill onto TA2000.
All right, doing some scouting here with the Spirit. We'll find the Hawk. Zeal on the backside goes in. They do manage to get the Dark Ascension, some Vision. Panto drops a Sentry. LSA Laguna, they just delete the Enchantress. A really good find. Aurora on the backside onto Grimstroke. He's dead as well. They're going to buy back on the Enchantress. You got to start finding your targets here on Chimera, and it looks like they're going to settle for Ame, who cannot blink away. He is surrounded. Lorna will chase him down, and now you've got to get out of here on the Lina as well. Does he get the Dragon Tail? Great stun out from Bobica. And a blink to safety. Oh, the chase continues. She does have an E-Blade. Will use it for the moment. TA2000 looking for the toss. Will send it in, and yeah, now you're dead for sure. They could go back for Roche, or you just go high ground, and with no buybacks, they don't know about it, but you can easily get the lane here.
If you can force a buyback out from cores at 27 minutes, that's a really big economic win. And you have Dragonite and a Terrorblade. Unfortunately, no Enchantress creeps here to help tank up, but the illusions will do just fine. And yeah, as you can see, while I'm talking through this, a third of the tower already down. All right, just back in once Fortify ends. Very quick tower. Should get at least one of these, if not both.
Stomp, a little bit annoying. Tiny should grab it. Yeah, Kamaro attacks. Good old core Tiny. Is that an Assault Cuirass that I saw? Who's buying that? Some Hyperstone somewhere, but I don't know. Tiny almost to his Silver Edge. That'll be quite nice. As they know, Roshan is up. And we'll get the Ward Sentry there, scouted by the gem.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud of you.
You need like the greatest combo here. You need Earth Spike on 4 into Earth Splitter, LSA. Everything's got to connect here.
Lina loves heroes that are clumped up. I mean, the Innate does a ton of damage if you manage to hit multiple heroes with the spells.
They have to just
falling
send this.
quick. Dark Ascension comes out. Dahak trying to scout. They do actually find Zeal on the backside. They get Ame though. That's the big grab, and Bobica blinks right into an avalanche. The BKB out from TA2000. They don't seem to care. Gem hits the deck. Now chasing for Emo. Reflection's gonna connect the toss on in. One down, about to be the other. That is 4 heroes dead on your Colt brothers. A desperation play there to fight for that Roshan. And it backfires pretty heavily.
This is where being a high-level team, trying to, oh, we'll do an angle, we'll scout. If you just blindly ran in, that actually would have been a better approach. But of course, you have no way of really knowing that. We get to see it from the outside perspective. Because they try to go through this angle, Ame jumps in, gets immediately controlled up, killed without being able to do anything, and now the second Rax falling. You got the Aegis. I don't think we're going to see him leave the base till the end of the game here.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I was gonna say, I don't know how much more of the game is left, but we'll see. They're gonna come back here in just a couple of seconds. They do respect the respawns. They know that the Blink Roar is still a lot of damage, can help secure kills, especially with the Lina. Yeah, Terrorblade did end up going back for a pipe.
There's a lot of magic resistance. And it kind of makes sense too. I mean, if you look at the lineup, it comes from the Beastmaster Ags, carry Beastmaster, Ags, the Lina, the ET, Astral, Earth Splitter, Lion.
The barriers are also just so value.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pushing in the bottom lane here, Lorinov. 3 minutes on this Aegis, has a BKB queued up as his last, probably his last item he'll get this game. Ame trying to get to the Shivas in time. How do you start the fight on Yakult Brothers, right? Because, like, we've seen it a couple times where, oh, that's not how you start the fight. The Avalanche, the toss. They didn't have detection. They actually turned around with the Roar. The Sunder save. No way. He's back in fighting shape. Zeal goes in, tries to take down the supports, but he doesn't have the damage. Now another follow-up chain stun here. TA2000 is going to be fine. Blink stun from Lorinov. Takes down the Lion. Oh, my goodness. Dahak. What a Sunder.
Clutch last second save. I didn't have an answer for you, but killing the Tiny right away would have been the way to start the fight to have a chance. Without your Lion, that's your main source of catch here. This should be the barracks. They're gonna try to buy some time. Well, actually, holy crap. The Astral Spirit plus E-Blade.
Yeah, deconstruction was on him for quite a while, so he had lost a lot of magic resistance. Well, Aegis spent, a lot of spells down, 15,000 gold advantage here for Chimera. I imagine for them, it's, you can just wait for next daytime. Farm up a couple more clutch items here. The BKBs kind of probably the primary ones.
Yeah, I mean, the way things have been going, Chimera keeps finding good pickoffs to open up a window to push the base. It should be even easier now that you have 2 barracks. Even though you lost the Aegis, I think getting caught off guard by that deconstruction, I certainly was.
Yeah.
It was like 2/3 of his health in one combo.
Yeah, Stomp, E-Blade, LSA. It's a lot. They take Tormentor, they smoke up. They're just going to look for Ame. They can burst him, absolutely. Avalanche tossed. The damage from this Dragon Knight is more than enough. 70 seconds without your Beastmaster is going to make this very hard to defend. They don't know about his buyback status, but maybe if they were checking his item purchases, they might know. But for now, Zeal, great Crippling Fear, will prevent the toss back, but another Avalanche catches Bo because he goes in to help him. Oh, that hurts so bad, and the immediate GG. That is it. Chimera take the series 2-0, and looking really good now for their chances for Phase 2 group stage.